Mr. Business Breakfast on iBrandTV. It's now time for us to take a quick look at some of the prices variation at the commodities market. And before I introduce my guest, let's quickly tell you that the price of paddy rice per kilogram now still remains unchanged, selling at 381 naira for per kilogram, like I said earlier. And also for yellow maize, the price still goes for 360 naira per kilogram. And also for soybean, we're still seeing the price also at 375 naira, remaining stable for 1 kilogram of that particular product. For sport cashew nuts, we're seeing the price recording an increase of 11%. The price of that product now sells for 621 naira for 1 kilogram of the product. For sesame seed, we're seeing the price at still remaining stable at 815 naira per kilogram of that same product. For all the item on the commodities price watch, we're seeing palm oil still selling at 1,400 naira per liter, shea butter still selling at 1,400 naira per liter, and also for banga extract 800 gram, the price still remain 2,000 naira. But for 400 gram of banga extract, we're seeing an upward price increase of 1,400 naira away from the 1,000, beg your pardon, 1,310 naira that was recorded last week as of Friday. Joining me now live in the studio to do some analysis of this prices as we also look at projection for the week is no other person than iBrand Senior Analyst Charles Frakoga. Mr. Charles, good morning. It's a great pleasure having you join me in the studio.
Yes.
Again, as to look at some of the activities going on in the Nigerian commodities market. Good morning.
Morning.
It's so good to have you back in the studio.
It's a pleasure being here.
It's always a pleasure. So let's talk now about some of the activities that played out in the commodities market. First off, we're seeing a kind of retention in prices, and we're seeing the kind of stability also in prices. But before we dive into today's prices outlook, let's look at the review of last week. What do you have to say about prices and variance in the commodities market as at last week?
Yes, of course, again, like any other market, it was still mixed, as we normally say in the stock markets. The commodity markets also follow the same pattern. But again, we will need to see that for last week, there were some little bit of fluctuations here and there, which is expected. And, for this season, which we find ourselves now, we are really going into the September and all that, where a lot of rains will fall and all that. And of course, there has been some little threat of flooding and all that, even in some of these rural communities where agriculture is their mainstay. But what I will say is, both the old farmer, because you see, it's a pity that we don't see young persons going into farming, and it's because I would say the government has not done enough in that sector. So yes, but the old people or those who are farming now, especially the rural areas, they have learned their lessons and they are putting everything in place to ensure that this season, the crops they have planted are not just destroyed by flood. So you see precautions now, like I used to say, where they store their product, their yam bands, they've increased the height, and virtually some of the cassava stems too. They are also preserving them, in case this flood will come and they are not able to, maybe the flood will not wash them off. Then at the same time, they're also trying to adapt to flooding farming. Even where there is flooding, they could still farm. And that is very key, because when you farm and you have not harvested your product, water don't come, especially cassava, it will destroy them. So most of them, what they are going to do now is maybe probably, harvesting some of these crops before. And they are so expertise now that likely, if the various local government in these areas cooperate with them, we might not see so much of scarcity of this item. But of course, there must be that government intervention trying to assist them and encourage them so that they will continue to do what they know best, providing food for me and you.
All right, great one there. Now let's quickly go through the prices here. We're seeing some retention, like I said earlier. We're seeing some kind of stability. I'm also seeing some slight increment here and there with few of the products that we're seeing here. Banga Extract recording a slight increase in terms of its 400 gram, and also for sport cashew nuts, we're seeing a price increase. For Semsem seed, the price has remained stable. What would you say is the rationale behind it? It's a new month already.
Yes.
Could it be that the rainy season is having any ripple effect on all of this?
Yes, it does. The rainy season has effect on some of these commodity prices. But like we have always said, for the sesame seed, yes, we'll see a kind of relative stability in that commodity. One, it is not just for domestic consumption now.
Okay.
It has a lot of industrial usage, and people who are involved in that sesame seed, farming are not just ordinary farmers. These are people who have been in the business for quite some time.
Okay.
They understand the implication and the various usage of these products. That's why you are seeing the price, But we believe that if the government intervene in that particular commodity, we'll see an increase in production. Some of these products are being exported. Despite we say they are just commodity. They are being exported. And we can generate a lot of revenue, especially for sesame seed and even cashew nut, and earn foreign exchange
very important
for our country. So we should not be paying lip service to agriculture. That is the key point there. Agriculture can remain and be the mainstay of Nigeria's economy.
All right, so let's talk about other products here. We're seeing the price of Banga Extract, the major staple that we've been talking about here from the the stable of Pali Agro production. We're seeing the price of Banga Extract from 1,310 naira last week. We're seeing it increase to 1,400 naira. What would you say is responsible for these?
Yes, like I keep saying, the owners of by Pali Agro that produces this
Banga Extract,
adding value to Banga Extra, yes, you will understand the quality and the thought process, innovation that goes to that Banga becoming Banga Extract. It's marvelous.
All right.
And I still will continue to talk to government. Please come to the aid of this company, because what they put in to get that quality, because if you have tasted it before, you will know that this is one product that every Nigerian should consume. And because it is being promoted by a Nigerian company, I'm sure if it was maybe a foreign company, they see, a lot of people going, but being a Nigerian company, it's our own. So I was not surprised with this increase in price, because I know when it comes to cost of production, getting some of this input is not easy.
Very true.
So we'll continue to appeal to the owners of Pali Agro that they should continue to do what they are doing. And we know, because the average Nigerian that consume this product know the benefit of this product. Government should come to their aid to see that they will continue to be in business, they sustain their business, and you see, because I know it's not only this product they add value to, not only this Banga, there are other products,
Yeah, we have the unripe plantain,
and the
likes.
And the likes. And you can see with Banga Extra, then the unripe plantain, then of course you've had a very balanced diet.
Amazing. Don't make me speak to salivate at the moment now.
No worry, we'll get one for you.
Finally, as we wrap up now, what's your projection now? It's a new week already, and the inflation report is likely to come out next week. How do you think all of this will play out in the commodities market in the course of this week?
Yeah, it's very straightforward. For this, the commodities market, yes, there is threat of flooding here and there, and if, of course, the farmers, they have been told to move to high plains, to leave the low areas, then you expect that they might not be going to their farm as they want to be. So we expect a little bit of scarcity of some of these items. Wow. And of course, but the purchasing power is still low.
Yes, extremely low.
So the demand will be there, but the supply, obviously, I see relative stability in these prices, at least for this week, starting 4th of September, that will end maybe on Friday.
All right, this is the much time we permit us to look at activities at the commodities market. I'd like to say a big thank you to Charles Frakuga, iBrand Senior Analyst, for giving us in-depth analysis of commodities market and the price variation also at the market. It's always a pleasure having you on the program. And we hope to see you more often in the studio. We know you're always connected to us, but there's this feeling when we have you live in the studio. We'll take a break now, and when we return, there's more to talk about, to stay with us.